I've decided to make this little video in order to talk about something that has been bothering me. That particular subject is racism. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who would love to say, well, what does Mr. Privileged White Man know about racism? Well, first of all, let me tell you something. You can take your white privilege and go check your attitude, because all it is an excuse for white racism. That's right, the white privilege banner, flag, whatever you want to call it, it's nothing but an excuse for white racism, and it needs to stop. And I'm not just talking about against white people, I'm talking about anybody for that matter. Black, white, Native American, Asian, it doesn't matter. It needs to stop. And while a lot of people might think, oh, well, this is just another video, heard stuff about this 100 times before, well, guess what? Apparently people are still making these videos because other people out there aren't listening. What's it going to take for people to wake up and realize that the color of somebody else's skin doesn't matter? And getting back to another little subject I was talking about earlier, what would I know about racism? Well, it's really quite simple. My ancestors may not have come to this country in chains or on boats. Let me tell you a little something about my ancestors. When the white colonists got here, they were already here. And my ancestors, the ones that weren't slaughtered as barbarians, had their land stolen or forcibly relocated, guess what? They got shoved onto reservations. That's right. Surprise! The white guy has a lot of Native American ancestry. So if you're going to tell me this whole bit about, oh, you don't know what ancestral persecution is like, keep on walking. And you want to get a little more modern? Okay, fine. My great-great-grandfather was full-blooded Cherokee, and the people he worked for wouldn't let him use the front door because he wasn't white. So I know about ancestral persecution. I know about racism. Frankly, it's disgusting, it's ridiculous, and it's stupid. As if there aren't enough problems in the world, or enough issues for people to worry about, now that there's people out there who don't like other people because, oh, they look different, or they talk different, or they sound different. Ah, jeez. And what? It gets even better. Now, apparently, because somebody's ancestor, way back when, happened to own somebody else's ancestor, now they're suing them because apparently this is justice. Really? Okay, let's review racism in America when... Sorry, not racism. Slavery. Let's review slavery in America when it existed. Let's see. People were denied freedom, abused, mistreated, malnourished, let's see, forced to work, killed if they didn't. I imagine women getting raped was quite common, but in spite of all of this, because person A sued person B and got a whole bunch of money, it's all good now. All's forgiven because I have money. Really? All this crap that went on in the past, it's all okay now because you have money? Let me tell you a little something. There is not a person alive today that owned a slave or was a slave. You want to keep crying about slavery? Well, like the wonderful woman in my life likes to say, cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it. I know enough about my own family history that I could probably track down the descendants of the people my great-great-grandfather worked for. But am I? No. Why? Because they didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't have anything to do with it. At the time this happened, none of us were even born. And frankly, I refuse to answer for what somebody who lived and died before I was even born did. Nor will I make somebody else do the same thing. But my ancestors were mistreated. They need justice. You ain't gonna get justice for them. Because the people who mistreated and abused them, guess what? They're dead. You can't get justice against somebody who's dead. So what, you take it out on the next best thing? Oh yeah, that makes it all better now. But if you can't get justice, it's not fair. Guess what? It's called life. And the last time I checked, life wasn't fair. You want to get justice? You want to make sure that things are done right by your ancestors? Well, here's an idea. Instead of suing somebody's descendants for money, how about we start dealing with this racist crap in society? How about we stop worrying about who owned who before any of us were even born, what color somebody's skin is, where they come from, what they look like, and why don't we start coming together as a people who are colorblind to other people's skin and work towards a future where this doesn't happen anymore? That's justice. Not suing somebody for money. Anyway, I've said my piece. Later.